Hello, my name is Ryan. Thank you for tuning in to Ryan's Info Systems journey today. In this video, I'm just going to be going over the Porter's 5 forces for a company called Rivian. Just basic overview of Rivian. Rivian is like an electric car manufacturer that started pretty recently. They manufacture just electric vehicles, no gas vehicles, and they are kind of similar to Tesla, where they have a couple different vehicles where they started out with more of an expensive vehicle first, and now they're coming out with more of a lower cost, more of a mass market vehicle. Um, and then starting off here, so the first force that I'm going to go over is the rivalry among existing competitors. So then how this ties to like Rivian and how this applies to Rivian is that Rivian does have competition from established EV companies such as Tesla, since they are the largest electric vehicle manufacturer in the United States, at least, as well as established gas car companies that are such as GM and Ford that are now starting to make EVs. Since they've seen the success of Tesla, they kind of wanted to replicate that, so they've been coming out with their own EVs that are lower cost or more expensive and have very good features. Some other competition that Rivian does experience is some other like features that other electric car manufacturers such as Tesla have, such as full self-driving is one of Tesla's main features that Rivian is working on, but it is not as developed at this point. So that is some of the like main competitive forces affecting Rivian. And why this is a threat is because that does mean that there is less opportunity to grow if customers do decide to purchase a competitor's vehicle due to either lower price or more features at that same price, such as Tesla's full self-driving, or even brand loyalty. So if somebody always purchases a Cadillac and they came out with a Cadillac EV, that customer may be more willing to purchase a Cadillac EV since they already know the brand and how what to expect and everything like that. And since Rivian is like a newer automaker just coming out within the past couple years, that they don't really have that brand loyalty yet unless it's one of their existing customers from their original R1 line, which released just a few years ago. The second force that I'm going to go over from the Porter's 5 forces affecting Rivian is the threat of substitute products. So how this ties to Rivian is that hybrid gas vehicles are very popular nowadays, and even though the gas prices are a little bit higher than they were a couple months ago, hybrid gas vehicles do offer very good miles per gallon, especially like classic options like the Prius can be very affordable, lasts a long time, and get very good gas mileage. Albeit with not as good features as like a Tesla or Rivian, or might not be as fast, but for somebody who is just focused on getting the best value possible, they may be more swayed to getting one of those options, especially if they don't want to get an electric vehicle yet or anything like that. Also, another threat of a substitute product is rideshare app. If somebody doesn't leave their house often, but they are more of a climate focused buyer, they still want to help out the environment, and they don't want to like own a full EV. Rideshare apps such as Uber do have an option now where they can choose to get a like full EV ride where they may pay a little bit more, or they pay the same price but have to wait a little bit longer, but they do get to ride in an EV every time they ride. So if they only go out of the house once a week or twice a week, that could be more of an affordable solution. And why it's a threat to Rivian specifically is that sales could decrease due to these potential buyers looking elsewhere to either the hybrid gas vehicles or the rideshare apps for a more affordable solution, especially if they don't need the vehicle every day or if they don't require that performance. Another force is the threat of new entrants. How this ties to Rivian is that specifically what I chose was that the Chinese EVs they typically offer better features, such as the ability to charge faster or have more range. Some of the EVs in China recently have been charging at like megawatt speeds, where as the United States, typically some of your average EV charges at around 200 kilowatts, and a megawatt is about 1,000 kilowatts. So it really is a big difference. And they are also able to, a lot of Chinese EVs do have a lower price for about the same features as some of the EVs sold in the United States. Well, they don't have all the features. For example, you know, Rivian is also working on their self-driving technology, and Tesla has theirs. Haven't heard as much about that from the Chinese EVs, but as far as like features like range and performance, these Chinese EVs are able to do it for cheaper. Typically the same features for cheaper, and if they are allowed into the United States, this could be a threat for Rivian, because it could create additional competition, because they are able to produce these vehicles for cheaper, offering the same features, which could cause Rivian to have to cut their prices on each, which would in turn reduce their profit on each vehicle sold. So yeah, I just wanted to quickly go over those 3 of the 5 Porter's 5 forces of these potential threats that could affect Rivian. It's a very promising company coming up, and I do believe that they're going to do great things, but just some of the things that aren't being talked about as much, I just wanted to go over. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, you have a good rest of your day. Thank you.